An authentic pearl of the Trentino region, the most unique, quintessential product of its natural riches. Spellbinding mountains, crystal clear water, forests and vineyards, where the hot summer sun and cool nights bring to the right degree of ripeness the Chardonnay and Pinot Noir grapes, which constitute the basis for one of Italy's most prestigious classic sparkling wines. 4,400 acres of vineyards, owned by the more than 1,300 members of the Cantine Mezzacorona Winemakers Association, located in the most celebrated areas of the Trentino region. From the renowned Campo Rotagliano to the sun-kissed hills of the Valle di Cembra and the gentle slopes overlooking the picturesque shores of Lake Garda. Dating back to 1804, this is one of the oldest winemakers' associations in Italy. The vineyards, under the constant control of the technical staff, who are able to avail themselves of a regularly updated land register and of the exemplary conscientiousness of the winemakers, offer a heritage of inestimable value. An extraordinary catchment area of natural treasures, technical know-how and traditions underlying the creation of as noble a product as ROTARI wine. The history of a bottle of ROTARI wine begins here in the vineyard in winter. The first and all-important operation is the pruning of the vines, which takes account of the characteristics of the soil, the seasonal climatic trend, and the degree of exposure to the sun. The pruning marks the start of the quality control process, with a selection that goes on right through the summer, eliminating the imperfectly formed clusters or simply any in excess of the strict production specifications. Then it is time for the grape harvesting, which comes slightly earlier than the normal harvest season. The Chardonnay and Pinot Noir grapes, destined to provide the base wine in ROTARI winemaking, are very carefully selected. The harvesting schedules are planned with the utmost precision by the technicians, according to the results of analyses carried out on hundreds of samples, the vine-growing areas involved, and the individual varieties. The grapes are rapidly transferred to the winery, where they undergo soft pressing, a delicate technique which extracts only the best part of the juice from the grape. The must obtained, with no skins or stems, is subjected to the first fermentation at a constant temperature between 66 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. The ROTARI winery is an extremely modern production facility, situated at the very heart of the Piana Rotagliana, where it merges perfectly into the surrounding landscape. The winery, equipped with all the forms of up-to-date technology necessary for the production of sparkling wine according to the METODO CLASSICO, is the largest in Italy, with a production capacity of 5 million bottles per annum and a storage capacity of 14 million bottles. It is here that all the sparkling winemaking operations are carried out. The process starts with the preparation of vat load or cuvée. Chardonnay or Pinot Noir wines from the various crus, the vineyards of the celebrated vine-growing areas, are skillfully blended in such a way as to obtain a balanced cuvée, with constant characteristics and a pronounced personality. To the base wine are added the yeasts and the liqueur de tirage, a concentrated syrup containing the right dose of cane sugar and the mineral salts which promote multiplication of the yeasts. Equally important is the yeast selection and multiplication process. The yeasts are the real prime movers of the second fermentation in the bottle. They need to be active at low temperatures and capable of withstanding the pressures which build up within the bottle. And above all, they have to be able to generate the ravishing bouquet which constitute one of the essential features of the character of ROTARI wines. this point, the so-called tirage, or bottle fermentation operation, begins. The wine is ready for bottling in the classic champagnotte, or champagne bottles, in which its miraculous transformation takes place. A small capsule called a bidule is inserted in the neck of the bottle to collect the fermentation sediments. The bottle is then sealed with a metal cap. The bottles are racked in the cellar in rooms at a constant temperature somewhere between 52 and 56 degrees Fahrenheit. In the course of the following months, the sparkling fermentation takes place. The yeasts slowly transform the sugar into alcohol and give off carbon dioxide, which dissolves in the wine. The fining process continues for at least another 2 years, after which the bottle is ready for what is called remouage, or riddling. This is a very delicate operation, during which the bottles are gradually rotated and tilted so as to allow the yeast sediments to gravitate down into the bottleneck onto the capsule. The operation, which used to be done using special racks called pupitres and took 30 to 40 days, is now performed entirely by means of automated systems, rotary pallets, which allow the same movement to be imparted to an entire crate containing 504 bottles, rather than to just a single bottle at a time. The last operation then begins. The filling solution, the secret mixture which will give the finishing touch of flavor to Rotary wines, is ready in the barrique. We have come now to the disgorging operation, which allows the yeast sediments deposited on the capsule to be expelled without the slightest loss of pressure. This is a rapid, precise operation. For this purpose, the bottles, only the end portion of the neck, are bathed in brine at -13 to -22 degrees Fahrenheit. Within the space of a few minutes, the cap is frozen, and the sediment, which has settled up against the capsule, is expelled in a compact block. At this point, the filling solution is delicately added and the bottle is topped up and immediately corked. The special caps and labels are attached, and here we have Rotary sparkling wine ready for the table. The wine is left to rest for a few more months before sale to the public. A product of the highest quality, guaranteed by the official quality control departments of the Trento Classico and Talento Classico institutes. Drinking it chilled, savoring its delicate bouquet, and capturing all the fullness of its flavor are a unique pleasure. It is a refined aperitif and a distinguished, exhilarating accompaniment to any meal. Its verve bursts forth at parties and on festive occasions, filling all and sundry with the joy of life and a pervading sense of happiness.